This is Snakes and Otters, a pointless discussion of eternal questions. Get ready. We're about to live in your head rent-free. Hello, Otterites.
I am Martin.
And I'm Robert.
And I'm Francis.
And I'm Brother Andre.
And we are back for episode Code of Honor. And
crossing our fingers that we didn't accidentally erase the other episode.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, that would be horrible. Absolutely horrible.
If we did, it was the best episode we ever had.
Exactly. It would have been the one that catapulted us to world domination finally.
And yet here we might be.
An
dogs
Emmy
and
nomination.
cats living together in mass hysteria.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just, one of the little pieces of trying to get the cuttlefish of Dominion that is Snakes and Otters out,
Oh, very nice. I think that for the phrasing.
Word boner.
That's right.
It's stolen from P.J. O'Rourke. So.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, you should have just kept it away, and we would have given you complete credit for that.
That's right. Although any good turn of phrase that Martin comes up with, I'm not saying he doesn't come up with his own, but there's a good bet it might come from
Yeah, I
PJ.
mean, it's 80%, yeah.
So anyways, it's Code of Honor. We are here again in Studio R in the atrium. And just the four of us.
Beautiful day.
Oh, it is a beautiful day, yes. Just enough cloud to keep the sun from baking the room, but still sunlight out there. The Imperator is back dealing with medical issues, which, is really the default anymore.
Yeah, poor man.
Keeping the Medical Society of Southern Indiana well stocked.
Yeah, exactly. Going to name a wing after him, if not an entire hospital. Cajun is busy with the Cajun life. Let's just put it that way.
That's a good way of phrasing it.
Yes.
Yeah, there's some island or another he needs to invade, so,
Listeners, we promise we haven't
Bury some
killed him and
treasure.
freeze dried him and put him in the freezer.
He cooks the best. There's no way we're going to.
He's very much out there, though.
But speaking of the beautiful day, I noticed next door to you, there's a tree toppled over.
Yes, in the storm the other night. And get up the next morning, and that tree was like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
My goodness.
All these trees back there that have blown over, knocked, messed up my fence. This is before we got here. That happened. And yet I cannot get one single limb to drop from this frickin' tree here and take out the pool for me so I could claim it on insurance.
Oh, yeah.
But what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
So, Code of Honor, the guys know that I do, and listeners know, I do not like to do a whole lot of preparation on Code of Honor. I like to pick my quotes last minute. This was much more last minute than normal for me.
Seat of the pants thinker.
Very seat of the pants thinker, and it serves me well. It is my style. So, this one,
your own particular idiom.
yes, idiom,
Idioms, yes. Hey, I was about to go there. You beat me to it, but hey, that's exactly we were on the same page.
Excellent.
Is that page 14.2?
No.
Yeah, so we had a discussion.
Holy Grail again, yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So I'm having a hard time, listeners, picking a quote because I've got a document with 24 pages of quotes. And I'm going back and forth, and I see a lot that I could do. And some I'm thinking, gosh, did we already do this, or did we just talk about this a lot already? And so I finally said, give me a number between 1 and 24. Brother Andre says
14.2,
yes.
which is technically in between 1 and 24.
I cannot put, if I go to page in my text document and have it go to 14.2.
I would go to page 14, paragraph 2.
See, I would have said that's 20% of down the page, but that's not necessarily 2 paragraphs. See, the interpretation is totally different. Whereas good Martin here gave me number 13.
An integer.
An integer, yes.
A real number.
That's right.
And of course, the ironic thing is I was actually on page 13 when I asked that question. So just reinforcing that I was already on the correct page. So
Those of you in the audience with triskaidekaphobia.
Ooh, nice. Hold on.
Word boner. Apologies.
It's an
for
agonizer, too.
our use of page 13.
Excellent. I always thought triskaidekaphobia was fear of
Triscuits.
Sandy Duncan.
Well, that's reaching way back.
Fear of crackers.
Fear of elves making
Fear of
cookies in
snack
trees.
crackers. Yeah.
Yes. So this quote, I have
an irrational fear of snack crackers.
understandable. So this quote is because I have a huge number of Chesterton quotes. It's as well as Camus. I actually have quite a few Camus. I didn't realize it.
And that's kind of an odd thing, bro.
It is.
You're kind of,
Well,
smacking
but-
the horns together.
but Camus has a lot of really good things to say.
He does. He appears
Um,
on my Instagram feed quite a bit, actually.
Yeah,
I'm
and-
always looking for good quotes. That's what I use.
And it's not that, you can have great quotes to say that are good discussion material, but that doesn't necessarily mean I agree with your overall philosophy.
Yeah.
Because as we know, I have a problem with most philosophers because they don't take their ideas to the logical end, which always end badly, it
Yeah.
seems. And that's my
Yeah.
big thing.
Well, as you know, like the worst form of government would be one designed by experts.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. So, oh hell, where did it go?
Page 13.
Yeah, I know. Let's see.
Oh. Like you used to say, a horse designed by a committee is a camel.
Yep.
All right,
That's
here we go.
PJ, I believe, but it's still one of the best.
Oh hell. Discuss things among yourself for a minute. I lost my quote.
That's why I was trying to vamp for you here a little
Yes,
bit.
please do.
And he's also the one. PJ's also the one that says, it's one thing to burn down the shit house and the other to
It's
install
another to
plumbing.
install plumbing. It's
That's
one
right.
thing to burn down the shit house. It's another to install plumbing.
That is
Yeah.
a great.
But anyway, to change topics totally, I'm finding it very hard to
we
focus
go.
here as I smell the wonderful aromas of lunch cooking.
Yes, Mrs. Robert is making us cottage pie.
And it
which
smells delicious.
Is awesome. Which is kind of like a pot pie without the crust, but topped with mashed potatoes.
It's like a shepherd's pie.
Yeah, my
Kind of.
pie pie.
That's right. Chop man. Chocolate chicken pot pie. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Get to my pie.
That's right.
I want pie pie. Yeah, man, I want pie pie.
All right. So the quote here. Actually, you know what? I thought this was Chesterton. This is an anonymous quote.
Oh.
So not Chesterton. It was in the midst of.
In the midst of the Chesterton
Yeah.
stuff.
So to live a creative life, we must lose our fear of being wrong.
Oh, now that's awesome.
Considering we, 3/4 of the room currently are in the midst of writing projects, and the fourth is supporting his wife's research into her smut books that she's going to be writing. We are all deep into the creative process.
Some deeper than others.
Okay, sorry, listeners. So let's talk about that. Creative to live a creative life. That's not even just to be creative, but to live a creative life.
Right.
We must lose our fear of being wrong. That's pretty
Yeah,
smart.
I mean,
That's
I
pretty smart.
experienced it firsthand that as I approached completion of a draft and was ready to turn it over to my alphas,
Mhm.
there was a lot of fear about what that meant and where that would go and what would happen. I had to overcome
That's
So,
that's a
and
very good
finish-
example.
and hand it off. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, well, and that is the event exactly that I had in mind.
Mhm.
Was your journey from I can't do this to I think I can.
I think I can. Oh, now I'm afraid to finish. Okay, I've overcome the fear of finishing. Here it is. What's next?
Notice that quote though. It does not say that you're not wrong. Sometimes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does not.
It's just
it
the
does not-
fear of,
yeah.
of being wrong.
You could easily take that as saying, well, everything goes. If you're creative, you do your thing, whatever it is. There's no right, there's no wrong, there's no standards. Just be creative. And I think that is a false aphorism, and we know it for those of us who are.
Ooh, aphorism, aphorism,
yeah.
aphorism. Word boner.
Yeah, for those of us who write, we know there are conventions you must, if you want someone to read your book, if you want to publish your book. Well, I mean, you can publish whatever you want, but if you want to ever be taken seriously as a writer, there are certain conventions you must do. That's just simple. I mean, whether it be
And
grammatical or structural or
yeah, I mean, even
thematical.
beyond the conventions, I mean, there's just you can easily assemble something that's stupid.
well, that's kind of where I'm going. That's
And-
right. If
and
you
yeah,
don't,
or just overcome the fear of being wrong, and in doing so, make it better, make it right,
And
make
there's-
it even if it's outside the conventions, make it where it works.
well, that's great. I mean, it can be unconventional and still work.
Yes, but that usually requires a great deal of experience to be able to
That's-
make it
yeah,
work.
yeah, they
a lot
say,
of
you have to know
being
the rules.
wrong to learn how to do it.
You
right.
have to know the
Or a-
rules in order to know when you can break them.
Yes.
To be creative, losing the fear of being wrong means you have to open up to another person and share what you have
That is,
created.
Oh,
that is
absolutely.
correct,
Yes.
because that is perfectly implicit in that quotation, because otherwise, if you write it for yourself and no one ever sees it, then that quotation's irrelevant. Because
I
nobody.
don't know. I think because there are some people that are okay with what they write, never publishing. I don't know why one would. I mean, I guess I understand why one would keep doing it, but it
You know,
just.
It's called a diary.
lots of folks
But
start something and they shelve it for various reasons.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, they're fine with the not, or at least they become that way. But I want to give this a more visceral understanding.
Ooh, another one.
I
Another
like
one.
that. Yeah.
You want me to give?
Oh, yeah,
a word
visceral.
boner?
That's a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
Viscerals are definitely an earner.
So I think it's not just the fear of being wrong, because I think for the most part, people understand that it's not the fear of being wrong so much, but it's the fear of being humiliated.
Ooh,
That's right. It's
the
not
fear of being exposed.
because being wrong has implications and consequences. That's what's being feared.
Well, it also has an implication that can be repaired or fixed.
Theoretically,
and,
yeah.
Theoretically,
and be
that's
made
right.
Whereas, a fear of
By following someone else's advice.
exposure, a fear of turning over my internal life out to the world can't always be repaired.
Yeah, once
that's a very,
humiliation.
that's
once
an excellent point.
once the humiliation comes, there's no undoing it.
Yep.
You have to learn to live with it.
I mean, there's
Yes, you have to learn to
overcoming,
live with it. Yeah.
but it doesn't necessarily get repaired.
well, that's right.
um,
Yeah, you mean you
Well,
just-
it also doesn't necessarily get remembered. So, in which case, because I think when fear of humiliation, or as you put it, Martin, being exposed, that is the imposter syndrome thing. Just because we are exposed, or doesn't mean that people are going to remember that forever. Because sometimes it's a horrible thing to say, but it's comically it's true. We're just not either good enough, bad enough, or important enough for people to remember. In which case, that fear of humiliation is really silly,
Oh yeah.
because you got to be extremely good, extremely bad, or extremely important to really be remembered.
Right. Right. I mean, it's the Hollywood memoir that when people read it are like, well, this is the dumbest thing I've ever read.
Right.
That
Which is like almost all of them.
oh yeah.
Mm.
Is the key word in that phrase that gives we're focusing on wrong, humiliated, exposed, or is it fear?
Well, it's the fear, because all of those things, whether being wrong or being humiliated, exposed, those are not things most people embrace. Now, I think to be creative, to get over that fear of whatever, does not mean we embrace the humiliation or the exposure,
Right.
or even being wrong.
It's an understanding that it can be overcome.
Yes, we understand. So what? This too shall pass.
Yep. Because
maybe like a
I'm
kidney
going
stone,
to
but
consider
it'll pass.
myself somewhat of a semi-expert on this because I'm preaching on this very topic tonight on fear, and Jesus in the Scripture tells us to fear that which can destroy the soul, but don't worry about what can destroy the body. Now, again, that's a little theological for the discussion we're saying here, but I'm focusing on the fear. We don't need to fear that which isn't going to hurt us.
Well, but see, that's the thing. There are multiple kinds of hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where it's going to go. And that's the scripture you're talking about, because I'm preaching myself this weekend too. Is all about that.
I am not.
That,
I
that
preached last weekend.
That gradation there of that which can harm us, and harm is a somewhat relative term. The context taken there is, for what we're reading this weekend, is spiritual harm versus physical harm. This is something a little bit more nuanced, I think, that we're talking about here. The fear of humiliation, feeling
An emotional
that which
harm.
exactly, those things do not kill us. But we still fear them.
They do not kill the body,
That's right.
but they can kill the spirit. And I don't mean the spirit is in what you're talking about with.
That's correct. Yeah, that's right.
But I mean the spirit
Of creativity.
the
the
spirit
the
that
will to-
drives you to
the will to create.
create, to live, to expand, to be the best that you can be. Because if you're laughed at enough, if you are told you're worthless enough, you start to believe it.
Yep.
Yeah, it just,
And
yeah.
that is the worst thing that somebody can do to you. Now, obviously, there are some physical things that are absolutely horrible, but I mean, generally speaking,
Yeah, I mean, breaking your spirit is yeah, it's horrible to do to someone else.
absolutely.
Well, I
Because
think
it's
as the receiver of those comments, I think you always have to consider the source. If it's some troll on the internet who I've never seen and I don't know if they're
I
any
know, but
good,
it's
no,
hard to do
no,
that. It
no,
is very hard to do that.
I
Yeah,
have
is
no
it?
problem ignoring them.
We
Well,
Now,
we
yes, them,
if
but
the
the
if the
problem
if the
is,
Brotherhood looks at me and says, "Dude, you need to look at this again because this is not your best work," yeah, I respect you all,
right.
and then I have to take that into
well,
but
a
consideration.
troll would never say it.
Yeah,
That way.
that's
and we would never say
that
it the
would
way a
never
troll.
that would never break your spirit.
Yeah.
That is the thing the anti toxicity to borrow
Ooh,
on
very
last,
nice,
last
very nice.
episode. Of the Brotherhood is we believe in each other.
That's right.
I
And-
mean, that's what makes a brotherhood to begin with, is believing in one another,
One of the things that
that we can be the best that we could possibly
yeah.
be.
and what you're talking about with regards to the trolls and all that stuff, anytime that you're talking about learning the craft and creativity, the subject of feedback and negative feedback in particular comes up all the time. And it's one of the things you have to inoculate yourself against.
And it's very hard to.
It's
do.
hard.
It's very hard to do.
It's easier for some than it is for others.
And part of the reason for that is the very nature of how trolls work, and trolls aside, because of the anonymity of the internet, people say things that they would never say face to face.
Yeah.
Amen.
And I don't just
people
mean-
I mean people who don't accomplish anything, whose only goal is to knock others down.
Right,
But
but
would never do that in public.
but I mean, even
They have that shield of the keyboard to do
I don't even mean that kind of stuff. That goes without
Yeah.
saying. But I mean, you would never phrase certain things
Yeah.
to a person face to face that you might be willing to do on the computer. There's no filter for gentility.
That's very good.
On the
That's
computer.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a classic example that I know, at least Robert, you'll appreciate. But we all know, you remember the movie Excalibur very
Yes.
well, and you remember the soundtrack. Especially when they're riding through.
Oh, Fortuna.
Fortuna, exactly. And I've ever since that movie, and I've sought all those out whenever I find them. And there's one that was done in Berlin with an enormous cast.
I was just thinking of that. I've seen
And
that.
Andre Roux is the director of this. You've probably seen this. It's one of the greatest expressions of this, and it's got you've got these beautiful women that are singing in the choir, and you've got these beautiful people behind all these instruments, and he's up there just going all this stuff down, and it's just a fantastic, amazing, just powerful performance, and you see it. And at the end, he's taking the accolades and all this stuff, and everybody's just going. And you read down through the comments, and somebody says, I don't know why I did this. I looked down and says, this is shit. And I'm thinking, and somebody below says, how can you possibly say that? And they go on to this, blah, 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 blah. He goes, and below that, the original poster goes, it's still shit.
With no fact, no.
Well, that's right. That's and it's,
supporting-
I still say it's and I'm thinking, there's your troll. There's exactly right. They cannot see something, they cannot abide something good, something beautiful, something.
A whole
Well, and-
orchestra playing its hair off.
Oh, I mean, it's just
Yeah.
the complexity alone and the music itself, because we all know that song.
That is one of the best written pieces.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just so powerful. I mean, other than maybe Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture, we don't get much better than this.
And,
then you get this. This
the
is shit.
the troll like that. I think those are easier to ignore. But where I was going earlier about you would say stuff without that filter of gentility. You can accidentally stumble onto things that you have no idea
Yeah.
can be hurtful.
Yeah.
Oh,
that-
that's
Other people, because you don't know their life experience,
their story. That's right.
All right. So that's why I say that and that can happen face to face too. But I mean, in any kind of potential criticism or rebuke or whatever, you can just stumble across some link to some horrible event that you have no idea exists, which is again what makes the fear of this so great for some people, because I would almost guarantee that almost everybody, certainly by the time they get to our age, has experienced something like that. That somebody has said something that hurts you only because you know the true meaning. And for creatives, I think we tend to have, well, first of all, we can tend to be melancholics, first of all. We don't
That's-
always,
yeah.
but we often tend to be.
There's truth. Yeah,
Uh,
imposter syndrome is a function of that.
we often tend to be more introverted, even though sometimes we appear to be extroverted, because that just means you need time to decompress from people.
That's true. That's true. I
Uh,
mean, if you're going to sell your book, you better be extroverted about it, even if
Yeah,
you're not an
you've-
extrovert yourself.
yeah,
People,
Yeah.
people.
That's right.
Exactly. As my pastor has said, people wear me out, and it's true. Then you have the imposter syndrome piece, which is the most pernicious of all of these, because it is the one that has the least basis in reality.
Yeah.
Because you can be critiqued on factual things, opinions like "this is shit."
Yeah.
You said
right.
no fact. Well, that's just it. Opinions don't require facts. Qualitative
Which is exactly the
evaluations absolutely have absolutely no
They're
basis
irrelevant.
in fact. They
which
are
is-
irrelevant.
Which was exactly what you see on that quotation, because the folks. I mean, there's 2 paragraphs they wrote of why this is such an amazing thing, and it goes back. It's still shit, and I'm thinking, that just shows that never. What is the old saying? Never have a battle of wits with an unarmed person.
Yeah,
That's kind of what we're talking about here.
it is. But
And yet on the internet, they get the same amount of space that anybody else does.
That an expert
they actually get
does.
more because they will get more interaction.
Yeah.
Therefore, the algorithms will promote it.
And there's an irony for you.
Yeah, the more engagement with something, the more the algorithms will promote that and things like it. So it's like if it bleeds, it leads. It's
right.
just the internet version of that.
Don't try to disprove the stupid.
Exactly.
Well, we love the
I
train
mean,
wreck.
let the stupid stand on its own. It needs no help.
And the algorithms will push it down, and you'll start to see positive stuff.
Hopefully,
You see
yeah.
positive engagement.
I'm
rather
not
than-
entirely convinced that is always true, because I think some algorithms are they deliberately seek the.
Well, and I mean, and again,
look for
there's
the blood.
so much. The positive person just enjoys it and goes on.
That's true. That's true.
Without doesn't necessarily have to comment.
So that's all this fear again, whether it be humiliation or the being wrong. I think I wish I knew who did this, because I'd love to know the context for this. But I think it's extremely applicable to life in general, not just being living a creative life. I think it's living as the cliche goes, living your best life, living or being the best you there can be, the best version of you. All of that requires fear of being wrong, being corrected, or letting go of that fear. Basically, there is an element that can go too far, which I'll get to, but of I don't give a F.
Rat's ass.
Yes. My bucket of F's is empty,
That's right.
so to speak.
Ian McShane.
That's exactly
His
right. Yes.
bucket of-
right.
Valid.
Behold the field before you where I grow my F's. You see that it is empty. I have none to give.
Yes. You were saying?
Well, I was just going to say, being open to constructive criticism is part of the life of being a creative.
Absolutely.
Responding to trolls is not. So
It should not be. Yes. It's one of those things that well, see, I think this is part of the dichotomy of those, especially in the creative arts and life in general. But on the one hand, we have that fear of humiliation, of being wrong, of being seen as an idiot or whatever. But on the other hand, we crave the approval.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a two-part thing. We want people to like what we have done because we put so much of ourselves into it. And it comes back down to that.
I mean, we crave approval in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you want that approval,
Yeah.
yet you're afraid to put it out there that you might be unapproved or canceled or whatever. And it's one of those dichotomies of how those competing emotions fight in us, because we want approval, but we also don't want to put ourselves out there.
Yeah, I mean, just in praise of the bravery of Sydney Sweeney. She
There you
put
go.
herself out there, and
More ways than one.
they tried to cancel her, and she doesn't care.
Right, she doesn't
and
care.
we're the better for it.
Yeah, she's
that-
and
that is
she's,
quite true.
She's still at the apex.
We're the richer for it. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, is it time to stop?
It can be. It can be. As we recover from all of the images of Sydney Sweeney that have now run through everybody's brain.
I mean, yeah. By the time we do that, we've had 2 glasses of bourbon. I think it's probably
Okay, who's Sydney Sweetie?
What?
Oh, sir.
I've heard the name, but I'm not
she's
recalling.
a very attractive actress who's
She's actually
having
no,
her moment right now.
I don't know that she's.
Oh,
she's
she's the
not
one that did.
classically beautiful.
Is
to
she
me.
the one that did the
American Eagle? Yes,
Oh, okay,
yes,
I know
yeah,
who she
yeah, I was
is.
gonna
Yeah.
say,
It's interesting. She is. I think she's a very pretty girl. I don't think she is like classically beautiful, like
Is
like a
she-
Scarlett Johansson. I think she's got a classic.
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
Is she that much more beautiful than every other beautiful woman that populates
No, but she
Hollywood?
has.
No, but she's
she has
really-
large
she's
assets.
really pretty.
Yeah, well, that's
Oh.
that's,
Really
that's part of it.
and
Yes.
apparently they're natural.
Yeah,
She's
and
made a
that's-
big deal.
They're
Out of it.
real
Well,
and they're spectacular.
well,
Yes,
but
it is.
then again,
Not that
but
I
sh-
know,
but
but-
she is showing them, often and recognizing that not completely.
Yeah, no, I mean she
didn't- Well,
has done
Euphoria-
nudity in Euphoria.
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
Euphoria is kind of a regular thing. So
but nevertheless, you can have that without necessarily playing to that, and she does.
But the fact that she is,
but the jeans ad, they did come after her for the jeans,
which is so stupid to
it's
me.
completely stupid. But she was like, oh.
I mean, the ad is just basically her in American Eagle stuff and saying, "I've got great genes," and it's spelled GANS, not GENES.
Yeah.
So it's not genetics. It's not some Aryan Nazi propaganda campaign. That,
Which it was criticized as being.
right. I was like,
Well, it was this idea of, oh yeah, a blonde girl doing an ad. Well, why aren't we having somebody of these outlier groups do it?
I was like,
Well,
well,
because they want to sell some damn jeans.
right. You start your own clothing company and you do those ads.
Yeah, I mean, if you want Elliot Page to sell your jeans, then hire him to do that. I'm not necessarily going to buy them, but okay.
Right. So, anyways, but again, as you said, she put herself out there.
Yep.
And she's accepting the criticism.
Yep, and overcame it.
And-
And the adulation as well.
We're the
And she's
richer for it.
ignoring the people who are criticizing it for no reason.
Well, and
Well-
they're slowly being drowned out by the adulation.
In public,
You know,
I
quickly.
wonder because you don't know.
Yeah, in private, how churning is that?
Yeah, because some of the critics of her have been people she has worked with.
And it's been personal too.
Yes, and it's
not
been very
just,
personal.
Why did you take a jeans ad? It was. I mean, it went after her a bit.
Yeah, and out
It
of
was
the blue,
uncalled for. I mean, if you would say,
totally uncalled for.
you want to say, well, why did you hire her? Well, that's okay. You can build an argument. I don't have to buy it, but you can build an argument of, again, you could have hired someone else.
the demographics they want to sell clothes to appeal to, that actress.
Yeah, blonde girls. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, that is a great modern example. But again, don't know. I mean, she's got the fear and she's dealing with it. I mean, she may not even care enough to have the fear, but I mean, although she may think twice about doing another.
You're assuming
like that.
she's even heard the criticisms.
Oh, I guarantee she's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's got
because they've been brought up in interviews with
Oh
her.
yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
say yeah. Some of them may be filtered, some of them maybe not. But no, it was a firestorm when it first happened. So there's no way she's unaware.
Yeah.
And she was well
Which,
paid.
I mean, that's the crazy thing is like, well, this is not a new thing using attractive people to sell clothes.
Right.
Yeah, why did you bother to go after her?
Yeah.
That's still that to
Well-
me. That's where that's the part that deserves the most scrutiny.
Yeah, I mean, the
Why did they do
permanently
this?
butthurt, we need to stop listening to.
Well, it goes back to what we
very
talked
well,
about in our
yes.
prior episode. It is the
Entitlement.
entitlement. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And the need to be permanently and consistently
Codified.
offended.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Made to
Per-
feel-
the
Because you're-
perennially butthurt.
Yeah, made to feel superior by attacking others.
And in the end, it's like, well, okay, it's a jeans ad.
Yeah.
Don't buy them. Oh no, it's a symbology.
It's symbolic of our oppression
the
against the Romans.
patriarch. Yeah,
struggle against oppression for the Romans.
Yeah, the patriarchy and oppresses and makes people who don't look like her feel like less. Well, I was like that.
Then why are you watching it?
Yeah, I mean,
Why are you watching any movie in
look
Hollywood?
I don't look like Brad Pitt, so yes, I've always felt like less, but I get over it. I mean, come on.
I don't look like Brad Pitt, but again, my bucket is empty in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Somebody who would be offended that you're selling jeans with a blonde girl is used to the idea that I'm not at that level.
Well, and it also came out apparently that she has been, at least at one time, was registered as a Republican somewhere.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
death.
Yeah, that's one that brought the focus in too.
yeah, so of course it was a Nazi subtle
Yeah.
thing. So,
Ridiculous.
anyways, so let's do the
Especially since
bourbon break.
I'm out.
You can refill.
You could.
Better stop.
All right. Well, since you don't, I'm going to go first. So this is the first time I've talked about this on the show. I've had this bottle for at least a year, maybe 2 years, and it's from the Buffalo Trace Experimental Collection. You can only get one of these bottles, and they're different all the time because they do them a lot, but you just never know what's going to be there if there's even one on the shelves. And it's from their experimental collection. And only 7 barrels of this were produced. It was distilled in March of 2013 and barreled 3 days after distillation, but it is 11 years and 7 months old when it went into the bottling.
Into the barrel.
No,
Oh.
And when it comes out of the barrel.
Oh, okay.
It's spirits distilled from grain and hops. So this is a blended rye bourbon, meaning it's just a high rye bourbon. Is the way I interpret that. I don't interpret it as a blended with rye and bourbon. It's just the way I interpreted it.
Yeah.
With 2 different types of hops. It's a mash bill is a sweet mash bill, although I think it's a little spicier than what I would call sweet, but it is really good.
It's an interesting attempt to balance the flavors. The rye is going to give you pepper and
heat and sting,
and
yeah.
then hops are going to give you a different,
almost a foamy and a richness and a depth.
So on the nose, a unique hoppy aroma, which is not really helpful, reminiscent of the resinous citrus and herbal notes from noble hops found in beer. Intertwines with creamy vanilla and seasoned oak undertones, which I absolutely agree. On the palate, vibrant citrus flavors with pronounced lemon and orange zest. Yes, I would agree with that.
Okay.
And robust oak notes. The finish is clean and refreshing with citrus and herbal notes lingering alongside a subtle sweetness from the vanilla. That is one of the best descriptions of what the taste really is like, because it doesn't get into all these esoteric BS kind of descriptions. It's very matter of fact, and it's very easily understood. It's an excellent piece. That's a half size bottle that was $45, I think.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, 7 barrels. That's
Almost 12 years old. So
that's one of the great gems that amidst all of our collections that I'm surprised it's taken us so long. Have you used this? Have you drank this before?
I have drank it before, but never on the show.
I was going to say that the description you give and your own anecdotal evidence. Holy crap! Why have we not? Of course, it's only small. We don't want to take it all, but wow.
Speak for yourself.
So, I just took a good sip. I didn't have a whole lot of ice in this, so it is well bloomed, and it's interesting because that hoppy flavor. It's almost like you've got the aftertaste of beer in your mouth. I think the rye definitely shows through, but it's not really harsh. And definitely got the citrus flavors as well. So right now it is at maximum complexity in my glass, and it is
cool.
It is
very cool.
I just love this. Francis.
Well, believe it or not, as I was sitting here frantically checking with myself, thinking, "Holy crap! What the hell did I pour?" Fortunately, you went on long enough. It did come to me because I looked at like 16 bottles that you've got out here and considered so many. But I finally landed on one. I have an unopened bottle at my house of Long Branch.
Yeah, I was going to say you got the Long Branch.
That's right. Yeah, I was hoping that you because for a moment I was going to say, I hope Robert remembers what it was that I poured, because I used I didn't use a spherical ice. I just used a nice layer of it, and I filled it with it. And let it bloom completely. I mean, the ice is all melted. Wow, it is very, very good.
Yeah,
I
Long
mean,
Branch is
Long
good
Branch
stuff.
is. I mean, I'm very partial to the Wild Turkey stuff. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
Old,
Yep.
Old Forester, Wild Turkey. Those are two brands that you simply cannot go wrong with. And this is just a little bit more the proof is a little bit higher, and it's got just this mellow, uh, s- uh sublime type
Ooh,
of
good word.
type of approach to it. That's one that you could easily. I found myself. I wasn't sipping it. Of course, it's fully bloomed. I'm drinking it, which
Mhm.
that's not really what you want to do, but it just came.
But just like
But it
with
came so naturally.
this,
Yeah.
being at the point where like you're at maximum flavor and
That's
complexity,
it. It's it.
you need more than a sip to truly enjoy it, because that way you got
Uh-huh.
enough to swish around in your mouth and really get all of your taste buds
It's
engaged.
very different than just put over to the ice or neat in itself.
Yes.
It's a very different experience. All are valid. All I mean, people prefer what they prefer, but I really like the way. Yeah, this is good. You know, it's still it's still chilled just enough. I like it a little chilled, although room temperature is okay. But this again, I can't say enough good things. And this is the brand that Matthew McConaughey kind of helped develop. I
Yes.
know he's not involved anymore with them, but kudos to him. He obviously knows his bourbon, because this is a very, very good bourbon. I know that most of us have tried it at one time or another. I don't know that I ever have, perhaps, but it's been so long.
I think we tried this down at Cajun's once.
And that sounds right. But if we did it as part of a flight, I'll never remember.
I don't think it was part of a flight.
Because I'll never remember that.
I've had a bottle too, so we may have done it then.
That's
Possibly.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
But Cajuns is a good bet.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's very recommendable.
We've done it on the show, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely killer.
Yep.
Brother
absolutely.
Andre, sir.
I poured a Bardstown Bourbon Original Blend, 106 proof.
Oh, this is the weeded one, right?
It was the cream-colored label. Am I right?
Cream-colored,
Okay.
yeah, that's the weeded
the
one,
That's
yeah.
what I thought.
yeah, and
That's the only one you have at the moment, right?
No, I've got a black label sitting up there that's
That's a-
unopened.
Okay, that's
no,
about.
I'm sure I opened that one. No, and I was surprised about it. I've always seen it on the shelf, never picked it up, and it has a complex flavor to it. When I first tasted it, it had a little bit of a spice to it, but it had a sour citrus flavor to it. I almost want to say a
Gosh,
grapefruit
you were
note.
almost as good as Martin with this.
Good. Yeah,
But
I
but
love
here
it.
here's the tasting note that it really there was something coating the tongue, and it tasted like a walnut flavor. And
Oh,
have you ever eaten walnuts and had that lingering flavor
yeah,
on the
yeah.
tongue? This bourbon does the same thing on your tongue.
it's a little nutty flavor. Yeah.
And I didn't get the flavor of walnuts, but that lingering texture on the tongue.
Interesting.
And usually when we start getting up into the hundreds, it's usually getting a little too hot for me. But this one was nice, and it's fully bloomed. It's very nice.
Yeah, and it's a very high wheat blend, so I imagine it should have had a good sweetness to it.
Well, I don't know. Before we started, I dipped into the cinnamon roll, so my mouth was just full of sweetness.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good
You're a
point.
sweet guy. You're so sweet. That's right,
So Marty,
So
Marky
Marty.
followed on
McFly.
with the
Hello,
Bishop's
McFly.
Blend.
oh, okay.
So another, I mean, just a
Had
shout
you
out
not
to
had you
Wally.
not had that before?
Oh, I've had it. I've had
Okay,
it.
yeah. All right, because
I've had it at the distillery on a tasting, and then, I mean,
in one of the recent episodes.
yeah, because I've had it before. I mean, I had 6 bottles, sold them to you all. I still have 3 at home.
You brought them here, and he wasn't here the last time.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
yes.
Because I mean, I have a bottle. I haven't cracked it yet. I still have one of the Trinity blend, which I still have not cracked. Now I had
Yes, I had Martin get me another bottle of, or no, Cajun brought me the.
Yes, yeah,
uh,
because they had just a few bottles left,
Yeah.
and if you bought Bishop's Blend, they would let you buy one of the remaining bottles of Trinity Blend. So I have a Trinity at home, and I have 3 unopened bottles of this. One is intended to be a gift, and of course, one is for Bjorn.
yeah. Well, he's gonna go all over. He's
He
he's going
loved
nuts for this.
Bishop's Blend. He is going to
Has-
flip out over this.
He's not tasted it yet, though, has he?
No,
I was gonna
not-
say he
he's
could
not.
have. Yeah.
And we have breaking news on Bjorn.
Yes, Bjorn will be in. Well, and just to finish off this before I get into all of that, but yeah, I mean everything we've already said. That this cool, really cherry flavor, but just outstanding, and just a huge shout out to Wally. I know so many people who know Wally. It seems odd that I haven't at least shaken his hand and met him briefly at some point. I would really like to.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever spoken to him. I've run into him more than a few times, but never to the point where I was able to.
I believe he's involved in the Trail Hotel, which I recently got to
Yes.
stay at. The
Oh, yeah, how
Trail
was that?
Hotel it's a mind blower.
Well,
It's a mind blower.
I'm so glad because from the area, it was.
I hope that they make so much money that it would fill this atrium. Because
Really?
I really hope it is a
Yes,
huge
fill this
success.
atrium with all that money.
It is the Trail Hotel in Barstown is a mind blower.
Thank God.
Golf simulator, cryo therapy, speakeasy, the pool, just
Well, and it's
beautiful
right
rooms.
there within like 10 minutes of what, half a dozen different distilleries.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely.
And, probably another dozen or two.
It's
if you
right
go
off,
out a half hour
right
to
off
an hour.
the Parkway.
As
Yes.
somebody from
So-
the area that grew up there for the last 50 years, it was a Holiday Inn when I was a child.
Yes.
And it was the hub center of so many activities that you would go to. It was more than just a hotel where people stayed. It was places where you could. I remember as a server going on a holiday there with all the other servers at St. Catherine's. All our fathers, Knights of Columbus, mind you, arranged us to go swim there in their pool. What hotel allows communities to do that sort of stuff? That's what they did. They had a bar, they had a restaurant. That was the nightclub that
So all
all of
kids were,
Bardstown went to.
Yeah,
all the kids were swimming, and all the knights were drinking. at the
Drinking,
bar.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I can tell you.
I wonder why they let the kids swim.
the
I was gonna
food
say.
is 5-star,
Yeah, and see,
The-
they
the-
always had a nice restaurant there when I was.
it's
I mean,
just
even in college,
gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
it was the place all the beautiful girls went on the weekend, mind you,
yeah.
back in the day.
So I'm very hopeful that Wally and his partners just knock it out of the park.
Now,
Sounds like we need to
the Trail
organize a
Hotel.
Snakes and Otters sleeper.
oh, I would love to do that.
Oh,
now,
it's gorgeous.
now you say they've got the bar and all the stuff. It's exclusively Logsteel products. Am I right? Or
no,
is it
no,
not?
no, no.
It's not. I mean, I just want to make sure what we're
Yeah,
on.
no. I mean, he may be a partner and they may feature those, but I had old
Forester?
Steelhouse.
Oh,
Old Steelhouse.
Oh, absolutely.
I love Old Steelhouse.
And that's we can talk a long time about that one too. You know, they have a tasting room in Bardstown. In
yes,
the main
right on 3rd Street now.
Have you been there?
No, I have not. I've seen it, but yes,
We need to go. We need to go. There's road trip, guys. There's a road trip.
Oh,
Old Steelhouse is, as you all know, it was when we saw it at Bourbon Fest. I really just kind of got its hooks in me. It's probably my favorite.
Martin and I had it at the Bellarmine event, or at least
Yes.
one of their early bottles.
Well, yeah, they've only had 2 that I'm aware of. They had the version 1, which was the Blueprint,
yes,
yeah.
and,
And
the
then
second
now-
one
yeah,
is the
it's
second
out
one
now.
is Old Steelhouse, the brand itself.
Yeah.
I've got both, and we featured them on the show.
we have.
To me, it's one of
They're
my
really good.
absolutely
Really
favorites.
good
We
bourbon.
absolutely need to make it a point
Yeah.
this summer. We're heading out there. We're going to sit down. We're going
Yeah,
to speak easy.
and the Bishop's Blend is every bit as good. Listeners, if you want to take a swing at a couple of outstanding bourbons, go out to Log Still in New Haven, get yourself a bottle of Bishop's Blend, go back into Bardstown, get a bottle of Old Steelhouse. You won't be disappointed on either
Yeah,
one.
Old
And I-
Steelhouse has a
I just
bigger.
watched a giant hawk fly right over
yeah.
the.
Old Steelhouse has a pretty decent distribution here in Louisville now. Now,
Yeah.
I don't think you can find the Blueprint as easily.
Yeah,
No,
that's,
but the
I think
old-
that was a limited run.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it was their first batch essentially, and it
Yeah.
ran until it ran. You might still find it in some places. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
that you'll
think-
find it outside of that.
yeah,
I'm
Liquor
sorry, our
Barn will be
Singapore
there.
folks and our listeners in Singapore and in Australia and many other places.
You're probably out of luck.
You're probably out of luck.
In our Baptist community.
Hey,
in the Amish.
enjoy it from us virtually.
Yeah.
You know.
So from there, though, if the brothers will indulge me, I do want to. I didn't get to. with
Yes,
our
we didn't mention
discussion.
this in the.
It is your time, sir.
Yes.
We yield it all to you.
The brotherhood has been extraordinarily supportive, and I just can't tell you how much I love you guys. Mrs. Martin is ill, and needs a rather invasive surgery. It's coming up this coming week. By the time you listen to these episodes, listeners, she
It'll
will
all be done. Yeah.
be done. She'll be at home recovering. Um, it's scary, but at the same time, we're taking this Gen X approach of, yeah, sure, cut my liver out, F it all, I'll grow it back. So we're it's a Gen X approach, and of course the guys have already offered, food and coming to the hospital and everything, and I just love it, and I appreciate the support, and um, listeners, whatever good thoughts you can send to Mrs. Martin, we appreciate them a
Yes.
lot.
Mrs. Martin had Brother Francis here come and visit, give a blessing, and looks like she might be anointed on
Mm-hmm.
That's the
tomorrow.
intention. I deliberately did not impart the blessing. I figured I'm gonna yield that
Oh, okay.
to them. I mean, you're right. It was kind of the intention. I decided, no, let's go ahead and put that into the liturgy with Father Jason, that we will do tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Is our intention.
Yeah.
I always,
Our plan is to be at 10 a.m. mass,
And,
and
like I said, Father Jason is notoriously there 30 minutes ahead. So get there early, and we'll
we
take
probably will.
and
We
I'll
probably will.
make sure that I'm there because I'm there all morning. Sometimes, especially with this hip replacement of mine, I'll go sit in my office until like 10 minutes till. I won't do that. I'll get there
Yeah.
early,
Yeah.
before the 10.
Yeah.
I'll hang out.
And
Uh,
a nice fun bonus, a fortunate bonus is Bjorn's going to come in for about 3 weeks from Tokyo. He's already asked to serve at mass at
we'll make that happen. That's right.
at different parishes. So of course the fellas, I appreciate them.
Does he have an
fulfilling
album by
his-
chance?
Surely there's one that
he's
will
been
fit.
using one in Japan.
Okay, well that's
Oh,
No,
so he
let's
has
surprise
served
him.
in
Let-
Japan.
let's-
He has. Oh,
You and I'll
there's-
chip in. We'll buy.
Well,
him
that's
one.
where I'm going with
I've-
this.
there's-
I want to buy him an album, and so does Andre. I just need to know his size. How tall is he?
He's right at about 5'10", I think.
Okay,
He's kind of our size, maybe just a touch
Okay, yeah.
taller.
yeah. We can work with that.
He'd be about Brother Andre's size.
Okay, well you
He's
and I
just
will
under
we'll
6
talk.
foot.
Yeah.
But
Well-
yeah, I mean, there's pictures of him. I think I've shared them with you guys of him serving in his parish.
I'm
going
going
to
to get him a nice album. We'll get him a nice album, maybe even two.
We got to get him a cincher too.
I'm not a Cincture fan.
I am not either.
See,
I
yeah.
need to get. Actually, I do need to get a set
Excuse me,
because my
gentlemen. Our new decree is that we are supposed to wear cinctures with our albs.
Well, but not every
That
album.
is
not
in the
every album is
Deacon Direct.
Designed
designed.
for a cincture. Thank you very much,
Yes.
Robert. That's right. Some of them are just simply not set that way.
That is right.
esoteric Catholic shit for 100, Alex.
Very good, sir. Very good.
Oh,
I have no
we-
idea.
oh,
what
hold
any
on!
of that
Somebody
shit is.
passed me the ice. I just got burned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
Listen,
we
on
will.
a
There are
serious note, Bjorn would so love that. He would because again, he has been serving and
Well,
working and
they're not that.
doing whatever it is called.
They're not that expensive. I submit, Andre. You get him one. I get him one. We get him. Make sure we get him different ones, so that way we're not.
Well,
we
we
don't-
need to get him an album, maybe a surplus.
well, those.
Well, you only wear the surplus with a
Yeah,
cast.
that's right. You won't. Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
that's good.
He's not going to wear those. He's not going to wear that.
But I'll send you the pictures of him in serving in his parish in Japan.
In fairness, now that you say that, maybe that's what we ought to get him. You get him the surplus, I get him the cassock, or vice versa.
Well, the cassock and surplus is really appropriate for a couple of situations. Probably neither of which he would be filling.
Well,
So if he were a
master of ceremonies,
master of ceremonies, if he were a seminarian
That's-
assisting,
see, that's where we're.
but
kinda-
also if he were acolyting,
yeah,
that is like there's the only three that I know of.
and
where
you're
they're
right on
appropriate.
that. That's putting him in a place that he's not a seminarian. He's not really entitled to do that. So you're right.
And he's not an MC, and he's not trained
Okay,
as an
we'll
acolyte.
stick with the album.
Yeah.
we'll stick with the album. That's right. But,
Okay.
Essentially, we're going to get him a cassock.
Although
But
when he comes
yeah.
back
Yeah.
full time, if he shows up over at St. Elizabeth, we can get him trained as an acolyte and get him in a cassock and surplus. 'Cause whenever
I'll already have that done. I'll have him trained as an acolyte. That's not a problem. If he gives me enough time.
no, I mean really. So like how to turn the pages and everything.
Well, I mean, hey,
'Cause
this dude here's a liturgist. Got you covered on
'Cause,
that.
very rarely, like whenever we have priests come in to sub for a father, none of them use our acolyte trained guys.
No,
But
no, most of them don't.
Father, he likes it because it's something the laity can do, so he
Does
thinks the
really?
laity
Yes,
should.
right.
Do you know what the difference between the terrorist and liturgist is?
You can
Terrorist-
negotiate with a
You
terrorist.
can negotiate with a terrorist. That's right. You're absolutely right. Hey, I'm proudly a liturgist. I'll say that. Even though
Obscure
I'm not
Catholic
formally
shit for
trained in it.
200, Alex.
Oh, trust me.
For
our-
200, no,
our-
for 1,000, Alex. Okay,
hardcore Catholic people are rolling in the aisles right now.
and everybody else is going, huh?
Yeah.
Just roll with it, guys. Ladies,
Anyway,
it's good.
yeah, Bjorn will be here for about 3 weeks.
And I can't tell you how excited I am. I mean,
towards the end of Mrs. Martin's recovery.
and if he wants to do more than one mass a weekend, hey, especially when I'm there, bring it on.
Oh, he
Well, you know, he can leave the other side of town and come visit other deacons
I
too.
know,
you
I know. I told him
know,
that
I'm
as well. I told him that as well.
I'm
I
just,
said, I know you all will put him to work, and he'll
Some
he'll
of
be
those rich
thrilled.
I'm
Southside-
needling
He'll be
both my
thrilled.
brothers from one side of me and the other side.
Yeah.
So yes,
So he's so looking forward to that, and he's so looking forward to being home.
because he will love Saint Elizabeth.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He'll love the church.
Yeah. So we're having a tough time, but we're going to get through it, and
You will.
We're going to Gen Exit, and
Rub some
Right.
dirt on it, move on.
I heard Mrs. Martin laugh in the other side of the house last night. And she has a wonderful laugh,
she does.
and it was nice to hear her laugh.
The brotherhood is
Yeah,
here to
she's-
support you.
There's a lot, a lot of emotions and a lot of roller coastering
She was
When
very
I-
warm when I was there.
when I hear her
yesterday.
laugh.
Yes,
And so,
Good. Good.
she usually is, but she was, it seemed especially so.
it's just I always say that it's like she's the nice person and I'm not the nice person, and you feel guilty about
Don't sell yourself short, dude.
why is the nice person the one with the illness, and I'm the one who deserves to be sick, and
We can go into theology,
And-
guys.
and
Shall we
just-
go into
Why do
theological
why
issues?
does bad things happen to
exactly.
good people?
It's so irrational. It's so irrational,
Hey.
and I have to come around from that and get.
Well,
You had ultimate
but-
questions. You had ultimate questions at Bellarmine, and you studied
Yeah.
why do good things happen, bad things happen to good people by Rabbi Kushner.
Yeah.
That classic still holds up.
But also that fits your love of Camusian philosophy. It's absurd
Yeah,
that
yeah.
happens.
Yeah,
Yes, there
you know,
absolutely.
it
There's
is. It is.
a
It's
level
very
of that.
much
That's,
of,
But that also
so
presupposes
why
that,
does this mean anything? And it's just like, well, maybe it doesn't, but we're still trying to get through life. And
I'm
She's a
not a
wonderful-
fan of the.
she's a wonderful person.
She is. She is. I'm a fan of her. I'm not a fan of the.
And sir,
the-
you are a wonderful person as well.
Yes.
Eh,
I'm not a fan of the idea that and I understand why people ask, why does it happen to the good person in the couple and not the bad person as you did.
The rain falls on the good and the evil alike.
The thing I don't like
very
about
good.
that question
So very good. That's one of my favorite scripture pieces.
is that it presupposes a vengeful God
Sinners
or
in the hand
a
of an angry
vengeful
God. Jonathan
universe,
Edwards,
yeah.
whatever
vengeful
you
universe.
want to, however you want
rather
to play
than
it.
a random universe, or just rather than
Well, yeah, or it,
know.
it presumes a random universe, and that but because good people do get sick and bad people get sick. Just we lament when good people get sick more than when bad people get sick. It's a human failing.
yeah.
But as somebody was about to say, God allows evil to happen in the world so that a greater good can come of it.
Yeah,
and
there's the prognosis is actually good.
Yes.
It's just scary.
It
is.
is.
It's very scary.
Well, sure.
And we've hit this.
It reminds us of the
60
lack of
years
control.
old. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
control isn't always an illusion, folks. We preach it, but we don't always realize it
Yeah.
until
You
something
try as
like
hard
this
as you
hits
can
home.
to set your destiny, and things
The
knock
only-
you off your path.
the only thing we can truly control is how we interpret what happens to us.
Yeah.
How we react
Because-
to it.
How we react.
Yeah.
And again, when hearing her laugh was such a special moment. I didn't even tell her anything about it, but I heard her across the.
Well, treasure that
it's
moment.
Like,
That's right.
that's
Yeah,
my girl.
treasure that
That's
moment.
my girl. And so, and
And
one last shout out, listener DK in Montana, my good buddy, who sent me some encouragement about my book.
Excellent. This is
And-
the
and I-
author.
Fantastic.
No, she's not an author. She's
Oh, okay.
she's another IT professional that I know in my line of work, and
She's just
a
discovered
good
that
friend,
you. Yeah.
and she's listened to a few episodes. She had no idea that
That you could be funny.
she's heard me be funny. She didn't know
Okay.
I'd written a book.
Oh,
So
okay.
she
okay.
said a lot of encouragement about the book.
Okay, good.
And so a shout out to DK. That was in. We kind of reinvigorated the blog with a few posts here lately.
Yeah.
And I like Robert's redesign of the blog.
Thank you.
Was cool. And so we've got a few posts on. We're waiting for Francis to make a couple.
It's
of
coming.
posts.
It's coming.
So
We need to get Brother Andre and the other guys
Yeah.
to post.
Well, I need you to fix my login.
Okay. Don't remember your password?
No.
Okay.
All right, we'll take a
Well,
look at that.
I can fix that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Robert's got
soon
that.
to have some time because the listeners, again, I'm barreling towards retiring from my job in this fall, and so I'm hoping to have some time to fix a lot of this.
Now,
Fix
you're going
the
to
schedule and all that. Yeah,
You're going to think that while you're home with the wife for that 6 weeks ish, that you're going to find a lot of time to write. Don't plan on it to like the last half
yeah.
because you'll be too consumed with worry and actually doing the things that you won't be able to do for a while.
Oh yeah.
The last couple of weeks is when you might be able to find that time. When she's basically tired of seeing your face asking, "Do you need anything?" And she's
Yeah.
going to tell you to go away until the dogs need something.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing. She doesn't need me, but
She needs
dogs.
you.
But dogs. She's so
You all need each other.
She's so strong. Just she doesn't know she's strong, but she is.
Well,
And
we all have inner strength that we refuse
we
to
don't-
recognize.
Yeah, that we don't know we have.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah, the dogs are going to be like the stupid doodle pulling her around the yard. She's not going to be able to do that.
right.
So that's the main reason I got to be home to take care.
So
of the dogs.
one thing I want to do real quick is I just want to point out that you have just done the epitome of what we've been talking about. You have pushed out the fear of being wrong, humiliated, whatever, because we're Gen X. We only have like 3 feelings: sad, mad, and glad, and we don't like to share any of them.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah,
I say we have 4 because there's horny, but
yeah. Well, and there was a safety in this, in that by the time this episode is on air, again, she'll be home. We'll be on.
that's true.
on
This
the
will
other
hit
side of this.
the end of July.
Yeah, so we should be again about ready to head to the airport to pick up Bjorn, and we'll have had a lot of questions answered by then. A lot of the unknown will be gone.
Yep.
But yeah, thank you, man. Push the fear aside and put some emotional stuff out there on the internet for everybody to listen to and
But see, that's the beauty of
criticize and be a troll about. Go ahead.
Thank you.
and then
sharing.
for us to ignore.
Yeah.
Um,
or simply say this is shit.
Yeah, really.
It's still shit.
But what we do here is interesting because we do get fairly personal and emotional at times.
Yeah.
Some of us from surprising sources because some of us we don't expect to get emotional about things just because it's who we are. But for Gen X to do this, we're doing it a very Gen X way because who knows if anybody's going to even listen to this. First of all, I mean, we're over 15,000 downloads, but
And I think
Somebody's listening.
our listeners, like the trolls, would have gotten so bored by now they would have went on.
That's
somewhere
right.
else. So I mean, we have dedicated, actual, genuine, decent human being listeners. I think.
right. I mean, it's not
At this point.
we joke about world domination, but really, it's not a huge number of
Not a
listeners,
joke.
but they are consistent. I mean, you don't hit 15,000 downloads even with 200 episodes without having some
Some regular people like regularly getting our stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Like DK in Montana,
That's right. That's
Boston
right.
Spa, New York. Hello, you're on Larry King Live. She only is the one who'll get that joke. So
Yeah.
But for us to do this in such an anonymous way, I mean, the whole thing is anonymous. We don't use our real names.
We don't.
I'm not Andre.
It doesn't mean it's your real name. You are, because you are definitely Andre. But it's we've gone about the not being afraid of being wrong in a very Gen X way. Very anonymous. Not that anybody's forgotten us, because that's also a very Gen X thing. But we want to put it out there, but we don't be too personal about it.
Yeah.
Well, we started out with that because Martin here says, and I ain't putting my real name out there. I mean, does all that still apply when you retire?
Yeah, because
Uh,
it's fun.
Well, we've
but
kinda,
that's the thing is,
Should we
kind of
have a-
got we kind of there now.
Yeah.
So it's just
Should we have a grand reveal after retirement on who we really are and why we chose the names we chose?
I mean, we can always talk about the name. Wow,
why we chose the names? Yeah, or
Oh, I think we have done that.
we have, but hey, it's worth revisiting.
Yes,
It's
we
only
can always
only a
go
minute
back.
or two. Yeah.
But I have to laugh because Mrs. Martin brings up being confused about who's who.
yes.
Really?
Because we have so many. Well, I mean, because she doesn't know your writer name, which is
Well,
something,
yeah, which is something else entirely. That's right. Yeah.
So she doesn't always know who we're referring to. But she, like, when she talks to other people,
Yeah.
and tries to say, well, I think he's going to say something on the podcast, or
Yeah.
if you listen to the podcast, you'll hear more. And like, well, wait, who's who again?
Well, to be honest, I think I refer to you guys by our on-air names more than I do your real names.
We do now.
We do
Yeah.
now. It's just
Yeah.
become
Yeah.
a thing, and that's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, and we've been trying to do this for a long time, and it's like organically. Now we have these alter egos, and
Well, among the six of us, there are two that have the same first name, so that does help a little. But other than that, it's just kind of like it's just cool.
yep, it's cool to have a nom de pod. We like
That's
it.
right. Yes, well, we have nom de pods, and we also. What are you going? You're going to use a nom de plume for your book, right?
I was thinking about it, but now I'm kind of probably going to publish under my own name.
Well, yeah,
You're going to be retired.
You're
Why
going to be
not?
retired. Yeah, good point.
I think you should. I mean, hey, whatever you want to do.
I go back and forth on the using my real name just because, I'm not going to be terribly explicit, but I will deal with adult themes in my writing. So, but on the other hand, it's like it's just one more thing to manage.
Yeah,
Read the Song of Songs in the Bible,
I get that
and you can get into some.
There's this
purient material.
Yeah,
Prurient,
there
yeah,
you go.
word
Prurient.
boner.
That's a word boner.
word
Yeah.
boner.
That's right.
Yeah. But but in a way, the nom de plume as well as the nom du pod is a way of both embracing the fear and living with it, embracing it in the sense that we're okay, but it's also we also don't want to put our real name out there. But that's more for professional reasons
Yeah.
for all of us, I think.
I think for me, and a big part of this for me too, and the reason I'm not super concerned right this minute about the trolls and everything, I might get there, down the road.
Hey, if you're big enough to have trolls, then you're big enough to not have to worry
I
about
was to
them.
say you
I
arrived.
say, yeah. So, but part of it is just that, you know what? I enjoyed the process, and anything other than that is a bonus.
Yep.
If I sell 3 copies, or 5 copies, to
I
all
wonder
you
who would
guys,
buy it.
yeah, if you guys all buy a copy, and that's all I sell, well, I still enjoyed the whole process. I enjoyed the connection with you all. I enjoyed and grew from your belief in me.
Well,
and so it's worth it no matter what.
it
was fun.
Robert
It
and
was
I can tell you
fun.
for sure that if you going to places like Imaginarium and these other places like that, you will sell those books to people that don't know you, don't know anything about you. That will happen, and that to me has become one of the most gratifying things. Yes, you'll sell to people that you know, but you'll also sell to other people and slowly grow your
Brand.
Your brand. Thank you. That's what I was trying to spit out. That's exactly right, and it's a long game as an author. It takes
It is.
It takes years, and it takes
You need a backlog to really make it.
And
That's
I
right.
might
You
not
need to
ever
consi-
get there.
you
I
need-
might not ever get there, and I'm fine with that because
Oh, shit.
I
You got-
still had.
We're not.
fun.
No, we're not.
I had
Yeah,
fun.
you got more than that. That's right. You having read portions of not all of it, but certain significant portions of what you've written, the characters you've created have legs. Therefore, they need to be continue. I find them. Harry Bosch is just a great, easy example. The beauty of the crime novel, which is what you write, is the consistency of characters between the two. Yes, the puzzle, the mystery, the crime, the suspense is different from each book, but the characters grow over time if you've got characters that have some heft to them. and you do. So
Thank you.
they will morph, they will change, new ones will come in, some will fade. Doesn't matter. That's what gives you the series, which is what the consistency you're looking for. It will not be long. Within 10, I look forward to the day in say 5 years, and then again in 10 years when we look back and say, "Holy crap! Look at what we've done." That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yep. Wow, that seems like
I think there's a good coda for covering your quote there, man.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we'll
I
take
think
that.
so. Last thing I just want to say is this: it's not about the creative life; it's about just living.
Get busy living or get busy dying, Andy.
It ain't dying I'm talking about, it's living.
Okay, Red.
and
Justice
and
for Christ.
that I think is
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
epitome of what you do with this quote. You either get busy dying or you get busy living, because if you're dying, that means you're afraid. And if you're living, you're either dealing with it. Courage is not being fearless.
That's right.
Courage
It's
is
operating-
overcoming your fear.
Pushing on even
yeah.
though you're afraid.
Yeah,
That's right.
Churchill quoted that.
Keep
Nelson
going.
Mandela
Keep
quoted
going.
that. It's
Yes.
a very
Yeah.
common theme.
If you are truly living your best life, which for us is a creative life, is a life of faith, to varying degrees and whatever, it is one where you have, because we all have things in our head. Because we're all thinkers. Thinkers are the worst people at putting themselves down, because we're constantly thinking about ways that we're falling short.
Yeah.
Your just whole thing about, I'm a terrible person, I should be the one getting sick. That's the epitome of that. So yeah, this is a positive quote. This is not, because it can be taken both ways. And to me, this is, all right, I need to get over all this crap and just get busy doing my work.
So we've done a Gen X podcast that's uplifting.
Oh, crap, we have failed.
I don't see any other way around it, guys.
Wait a minute. That can't be. We were uplifting. We were positive. We were growth focused.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't think that's necessarily not us. I think the epitome of Gen X is we go about our life and, well, if
Deal
you don't-
with it.
Yeah, deal with
I mean, deal with it, and then wait, we dealt with it, and we grew, and we got a little.
Yeah, so then we just move on to the next trauma to deal with.
There's
I'm
always
not
another one.
There's always another one. Oh my gosh. So, anyways, I would
Yeah.
ask the question. Actually, Martin should be asking the question at this point, but there's no answer.
Yeah, this is the question with no answer, Francis.
We don't know what the hell we're going to do next time. Been talking
Yeah,
about
again,
that.
we hinted
and
that the schedule's a disaster, and maybe I'll get to fix it in October, and that'll be a job I have to do.
So, what have we been talking about? Things that we've wanted to talk about that was on the schedule, because I haven't even looked to see what was in the future.
Absolutely, we haven't.
Well, there's probably another King of France that Francis wants to talk about that we haven't.
Well, I'm okay. I'm all right.
I was always revisiting the Habsburgs and see if we can top that.
I mean,
one.
there's I'm dropped into a room of monarchists, and I'm trying to fight that. And
Well, I mean, hey, there's plenty of Kings of England we can talk about, boys. So,
King
King England.
That's
King
right.
England.
See, I knew that was going to get that rise out of you. There's always that, so we can always talk about that. Shoot.
that could be very fertile ground. I mean,
Yeah.
just Henry
Well-
V would be fun to talk about.
Henry II might be a
Henry
better
the
place to
Second,
talk.
Henry
The
the
whole
Third.
Angevin Empire, we never talked about any of that, and that's fascinating stuff. It
Well,
really
and
is.
Henry III is too, right? Because isn't he the longest serving?
He's the longest serving, but he's also rather forgettable. Unfortunately, he's King John's son, and it's like, okay, here we go.
Well, but it sets a lot of things off.
Well, I was going to say, it depends on which way we want to go. There's a lot of stuff that sets him up, and there's a lot of stuff that he sets up. It's
Yeah.
Well, we haven't done a what if episode in a while.
well, yeah.
What's a
right.
what if?
We haven't done a Shakespeare episode in a bit,
Oh,
where
that's
we
true.
could
That's
talk
true.
about a Shakespeare.
We need to schedule a Snakes and Otters evening at the park.
That's true. That's right. There's
You
lots
know,
of great
because
things.
we hammered on Hamlet kind of unofficially for a bit.
Yeah.
We could always revisit.
Well,
Hamlet.
this season they've done As You Like It, which I did go with my son to see. It was really, really good. But this week begins
Anthony and
Anthony and
Cleopatra.
Cleopatra,
Yeah.
which, according to Matt Wallace, who's an executive director there, they haven't done on stage there in the park for 55 years.
Yeah.
It was like it's only been done like I guess only once in their 60 plus years of doing this. So it's going to be
I think that's one we need to go see.
Absolutely,
Did
it
Shakespeare
is.
direct that one?
No. I want to say Matt Wallace. I don't know if he's the director of this one. I know he was for As You Like It, but you might remember if we've gone in recent years, Zach Burrell, who was the actor who played Henry V.
Yeah, now
He is playing
he's playing
Anthony.
Anthony,
He's
yeah.
playing Anthony. So he's very, very good, as we know. So there's lots of stuff that's possible on that. So maybe we should revisit our Shakespeare in the Park for our next episode. Hey, maybe we've come up with something.
That's possible. That's always possible.
But yeah, I mean it's wide open.
That's right.
Right. So
Anything can happen Thursday.
you got it.
All right. Well, maybe it's just a hoopajube about whatever.
That's right.
Because
Well, whatever it is, folks, it's gonna
It'll be an hour and a half long.
It'll be an hour and a
That's
half
right.
long.
Same
and
bad
it's-
channel, same bad time.
That's exactly right.
we hope you enjoyed another pointless discussion of eternal questions. Remember, new episodes drop every second and fourth Friday at 6 a.m. Eastern, just in time for your morning commute. And every fifth Friday, we drop a special Hoopajube episode. Spread the word we are on all the major platforms, and leave us a review. That helps others find us. We're also on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, as well as our website, snakesandotters.com. Join us next time, same snake time, same otter channel.